Hi, and welcome to Optional Class, the actual play D&D show starring me, Emma, your DM. I have with me Jude Beiter, Wren Leopold, Rowan Beiter, and Adrien Weiss. Like I said before, Optional Class is an actual play D&D show that we've just started here, the five of us being crazy from my living room. This is our very first episode of our very first major campaign titled The Hallowed Dark. So, you guys ready to start?
Hell yeah!
We have been waiting for this campaign for months now.
I don't know what you mean. It's been 2 seconds. You're a liar.
Okay.
Sorry.
We planned this morning.
Yeah, I planned an entire
We just had
campaign.
this lying around.
Yeah, I planned an entire... for you guys at home, I planned an entire campaign in 2 minutes this morning.
We are improv kings.
Gods, even. All right. So, players, audience, characters, welcome to Erith, where the first light of dawn breathes life into the world. As the sun rises, rays race across the sea, illuminating the walls, streets, and towers of Greywald, our capital city. It sits still and serene in the morning haze. They leap from wave to wave across Blackwater Bay, touching down in Havenport, where the fishing village buzzes with life long before the sunrise. The light dances across the southern highlands, grazing the tents and stands of Raven's End Bazaar, and disappearing into the caves in the nearby hills, their black mouths open like yawning creatures from ancient times. It stretches to reach the forest floor of the deep wood, only to be barred by the thick cover of leaves, and climbs the frozen mountains, cascading to the icy tundra below, where the white walls of Ice March glow like a beacon in a sea of endless snow. Finally, they run across the rocks of the gray coast, leaping from the cliffs into the ocean below. Though Erith is a small continent, to the inhabitants of Embris Hallow, a humble farming town at the edge of the deep wood, it feels as vast and unknowable as the fading night sky. As the light creeps through the sleeping town, it gently touches every form of life, awakening the world one by one. As the sounds of the crickets begin to die out as the light falls into the foliage, lightening the newly green grass and tree leaves as the winter has now moved a little bit closer to spring. The light stretches out, touching a house at the top of a hill near the center of town. Compared to a lot of the other houses around here, it's a very grand house. A couple of stories, maybe 2 or 3, bright colors, brilliant painting, and the light falls upon an older woman standing by a back door, red hair pulled back into a tight bun, formal clothes like nice and starched and set. As hands on hips, she stares out into the grass and woodland behind the house and shouts, "Henrietta Embers! What on earth do you think you're doing?" And Rowan, if you would love to describe your character in this moment.
Hi, so I'm playing Henrietta Embers. She is 12 years old, the daughter of the mayor of the town. She stands probably about like 4.5 feet. She's 12. She's not that tall. She's human. She's got wild red hair that has been kind of tamed and forced into 2 long braids hanging down to about a little bit lower than her waist. She is dressed in this bright red dress with like a white undershirt, starched and prim and neat, or it had been before it had become, speckled with mud and dirt and slight grass stains here and there, leaves sticking out of her braids, a twig here or there. She's been outside.
Playing you're playing. Now.
Well, the maid said I was done. And like Alphagor was just kind of like doing his own thing, and Charity was just kind of eating breakfast, and that was boring. I saw this bird outside, and I just really
Henrietta, I don't care. We have a festival today. We have an important... Why would you think that it was at all appropriate for you to run around outside wearing the clothes it took me an hour to press and get you into this morning?
Well, Ikeo and I are kind of having this competition to see who can catch the most birds, and I really saw this bird.
I don't care what Ikeo does. Adrien is allowed to raise his children how Adrien sees fit. You, however, are the child of the mayor, and therefore must act with a certain amount of decorum.
Okay, but like, as the daughter of the mayor, I should be winning, right? But right now, I'm losing.
That broke me. Sorry, keep going.
But right now, I'm losing, and like, I really need to win. He's at least 3 ahead of me because he actually knows how to hunt things, but you won't let.
Get inside now.
I'd be winning if you let Alphagor teach me how.
Inside.
I like force my way past my mother. My like sister and brother are like both in the kitchen. I just go directly past them into the like pristine living room where I proceed to sit on the floor, still with mud and twigs. I am not changing.
Probably a feather too at this point.
These 4
birds. Oh my god, these 4 birds.
Your mother takes like
They're an
deep
endangered
breath.
species
Yeah.
now.
Your mother continues to like do that parent thing where she like stands perfectly still staring into the woods where you had been, takes like a really deep breath, lets it out, and then doesn't slam the door because that would be childlike, but does like very forcefully close it behind her in a very deliberate fashion.
So I like drop in the middle of the floor like crisscross applesauce with like one braid in my lap where I'm just like picking at the ends as if like if I pull it enough I'll just like undo the whole thing.
Yeah. So your father, Cuthbert, and your 2 siblings, Alphagor and Charity, are seated at the kitchen table that you stormed past. Your father has like a bunch of papers and like different things that he's looking at because he's got work to do today. He's got some important stuff going on. He's making sure everything is all set. He does not even look up as you storm past. Your sister Charity is wearing like her pristine like festival outfit, her nice dress, nice shirt, nice shoes. Has like her breakfast in front of her and is like doing some sort of like cross stitching or knitting as she's like talking to Alphagor, who's dressed for work. Alphagor works for the city watch, so he's wearing his leather like armor. He's got his bracer set off to the side. And his like short sword in a sheath leaning against the table. As you like storm past, Charity sort of like snorts at you being in trouble with your mother. I
do that like sister, like that child thing where like the older one's like, ha, and the younger one's like
Alphagor fully is in the middle of drinking, chokes, and has to recover very quickly as like that's what makes Cuthbert look up as Alphagor goes sorry, wrong pipe, and puts his glass back down. Your mother closes the door and comes back in. Henrietta, if you would please go to your room and get changed into something nice.
This is nice. Alphagor likes it.
Alphagor fully is taken off. Henri, maybe you should, go get changed.
This is my festival outfit. You wouldn't want me wearing a normal outfit to a festival, would you? Imagine the disappointment of the town.
Alphagor fully literally has to like fight a smile as
For
he's just-
context, Alphagor's 27.
Alphagor is your 27-year-old brother.
Right.
He fully I should be going to work. Captain
I go with
Bailey. No, I think you should stay here. But Captain Bailey wanted to see me before the festival today, so I will just be on my way. Alphagor sort of like stands up as Captain's like, yeah, have a wonderful time. See you later. Henri, please. And your father sort of like gestures towards like where your room is before returning to the paperwork. As your mother crosses her arms and just fixes a glare at you.
I remain seated in the living room.
Henri? If you would please change into something clean.
Okay.
Henri? Change into something
Henry's
nice.
already down the hallway.
Your mother does follow. Henri, change into something nice
Blue fall.
and clean.
Oh my god, Henry's gonna be a great politician.
Yeah, you're
Wow, she's gonna do so good
You're
taking
like the
over
true
the town,
heir
just like she
to-
wants.
The true heir to the mayor's seat.
Yeah. Your mother follows you into your room and starts like rifling through your closet. And does what not quite as nice an outfit, but she does find like a nice little like
As a mother, Henry's like over at her window, like trying to like see if it would be possible to like climb out. Can I roll a die for that?
Sure, give me a sleight of hand check.
Ooh, that's a dex check. Ooh, my dex is actually pretty good. Ooh, that roll was not though. I got a 6.
Yeah.
Pretty
You
good.
I'm 12 in dex.
Okay.
yeah.
I was reading the wrong dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you reached over. So Henry, you reached over and kind of like mess with the lock a little bit because your bedroom window is locked. And your mother just comes over. You do manage to like get it open and start to push it up, and your mother comes over, one hand on it, slams it back down. And it just looks at you and it holds out. This is like a nice, it's like a light green, like kind of like a light green dress, with like a white undershirt. And she's like, "Put this on."
Oh, you mean like now?
I mean, now.
Henry gets changed, or starts getting changed.
You know, honestly, Henry, I would really appreciate if for once you could act with the level of decorum of your sister. You don't see Charity complaining.
You don't see Charity doing a lot of things.
What? Charity does plenty. Charity helps her father. Charity helps your father. Charity spends time with Michael and helps Michael with his job and his schoolwork. Charity is getting ready to go to school.
Charity's boring.
Charity is a proper young lady.
Well, maybe I don't want to be a proper young lady.
Give me an insight check on your mother.
I'm gonna use a different eye.
It's been one roll.
Ooh, that one was better though. Wisdom. Ooh, that is a 9.
Pretty good.
On a 9, you're pretty good at reading your mom. She's your mom, and you get into arguments like this quite a bit. So I think at this point you sort of see that your mom is not happy with you and is annoyed, but is like willing to let this argument go for a second. And she's like, maybe this isn't the time and place to get into this particular fight once again. And you will be spending the festival today with Adrien. He'll be watching you.
Fine.
Okay? I don't know what Ekiel's doing, but you'll be spending. Adrien's agreed to watch many of the children, so you'll be with him today. Just try, for the love of anything you hold dear, try to behave appropriately today.
Fine.
Is Henri being genuine in this moment that Henri is going to do this?
What was the first thing about her mom asked?
Constance asked for that you try to behave appropriately. Like, implying that you should behave like the daughter of the mayor
She
today.
didn't say that. That was why Henry was gonna say yes.
Fantastic.
Yep.
There's no deception needed. You're just choosing not to hear the subtext.
Choosing not to hear the subtext.
I see a future in contract law
Can
for
I
Henry.
bring some books to share with Ekiel? If we're gonna be spending all day with Adrien and the other.
What books would you like to bring, Ekiel?
Well, I mean, I do have that book that Alphagor gave me, the fantasy one about the knights. Ekiel hasn't read that one yet.
I'm sure that's something Edward would love his children to read. Sure, you can bring that.
I grab a bag, I put books in that. Is my mother still in the room?
Yes.
Yeah.
Your mother
She's
has
watching
not
you,
left.
girl.
I'm like packing, but as I'm doing that, I'm like,
Henry!
I like grab a bag that I had pre-packed with like trousers and a shirt. I'm just like putting books in it.
Your mother does not notice the trousers in the bag.
Good for you.
Fan.
I'm ready to go.
Oh, this brat.
She's 12. She thinks she knows everything.
Very well. Your father will take you to Adrien's as he goes into work today. He has to check in on the town anyway. Off
Okay.
you go. Sort of like gestures like for you to go back down the hall.
Okay, do you want me to take the dress to the laundry for you?
No. Your mother like scoops it up.
Okay.
Is fully watching you guys
Here he
go back
goes.
down the hall. Is like not willing to leave you alone in this room.
Henry is. With our bag.
Yeah, you go back down the hall. Alphagor has left for work. Charity's like starting to like clean up the dishes, and you see your father, Cuthbert, is like taking, gathering like all of his papers and putting them into like his little bag. As Constance comes in and is like, Cuthbert, you'll take Henri to Adrien's? Yeah. Right, that's on the way anyway. Sure. Sort of like stands up, down with the last of his drink, and is like, are you ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like he spends a long time like he doesn't quite know what to do, but she just like slaps a hand on your shoulder and is like, there you go. Yeah, compared to your mother, who's like a very forceful personality, your father, despite being the mayor of this town, is somewhat skinnier, he's a very tall, like kind of skinny man. And when he's speaking as the mayor, he can often have like a very big presence. But in a sort of an unscripted situation, he often doesn't really quite know what to do. Sort of like his hand just sort of like hovers over your shoulder for a minute before like clapping down and like, right, off we go then. Did you want to talk?
No, I'm good.
Great. I mean, not great. It's just, yes.
Henry's
well,
already like out the door.
Right.
Henry's like, I just want to go to Adrien's.
Right.
Like,
I feel like I just ran a marathon.
We'll see you later this afternoon.
Henry is that like child where like they're disappointed and making no bones about it, just kind of like, as she's like walking away.
Right. I will see the two of you at the festival later.
Are you coming?
Yes, gathers up the rest of his stuff and like follows you out the door.
The shit only the baby of the family can get away with.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
As you start,
There's a major age gap. My sister is like 20.
yeah, as you guys start like going down this walk towards the center of town, you do turn around and look back and see your mother like standing in the doorway, like watching you with eagle eyes, as your father like ambles up, like kind of catches up to you, does that like awkward like, do I put my hand like on the shoulder, on the back, no, it just drops it next to him. Eventually, after like kind of awkwardly like patting your head.
As we're going, I am 100% like walking down this like dirt road, jumping from like slightly less packed dirt to slightly less packed dirt.
Yes. Your father is fully reading letters. Fully just pulled stuff
My
out
mom
of his
is
side.
here now.
And it's just like, yes. Watch out for the rocks and dirt. Interesting. Henri? Oh, there you are. Just checking.
It's like playing on the cobblestones, like
Yeah, and you and your
leaping
father,
from rock to
in
rock.
your weird little, like, awkward, just weird little, like, half family unit, start making your way into the center of town. As you guys sort of, like, go on, it continues to lighten as the sun continues to rise, and deeper in the woods, not too far from where Henri was playing, there's this little patch of sunlight. Like the light has managed to like come down through the thick trees as like they're starting to get their leaves back after a long winter. And there's a little like as there's like 2 or 3 squirrels.
Sorry, can you do that one more time? Oh, thanks.
As there's like 2 or 3 little squirrels running through the woods, making their way to this little patch of sunlight where a young child is sort of seated with a bag full of, how should I say, acquired goodies for them. And Adrien, if you would like to describe your character in this moment.
Yes. Clary Sage Truehammer, age 10. She's a hill dwarf. She is about 3.5 feet tall. And she is a special child. She's very daydreamy and just marches to the beat of her own drum, as we are about to see. She's got masses of wavy brown hair, the odd fidgety little braid here and there. And today she is dressed in green, so as to hide the grass stains. So in the bag is, well, we'll just get started. You'll see. Mr. Tibbets. Mr. Tibbets.
One of the little squirrels does that thing where squirrels do where they like, stand on their hind legs and their little like front legs like come and they're like kind of like tilts its head, its like tail all like curled up.
Good morning. Thank you for bringing spring.
The squirrel does like that little like sort of like hops forward and starts like nosing at the bag that you have.
Yes, I brought snacks. I brought snacks like I do every year. So you don't have to hide so many nuts. You don't need such a long winter because I always have snacks in the spring. Happy festival. And I just open the bag and just dump out all these fucking snacks.
Yeah, and what is in the bag?
Assorted kitchen goodies. So we've got some nuts, some dried fruit, some little pastries, scones, you know, a little cheese, some bread, just stuff that has been filched from the pantry.
There's something so unreal about just handing a squirrel like a full bran muffin.
It's so 10-year-old.
It really is.
So this squirrel that you've named Mr. Tibbets sort of like runs forward and starts like rifling through the food. You see as he's doing this, about like 4 or 5 other squirrels sort of like come over and start rifling through, and they start like taking some of the nuts and like putting them in. You see one of them just starts like chewing on like a piece of scone. There would be some birds here now too. You just dumped a pile of food into a clearing in the woods.
Yeah, I mean, what do I expect? I think Clary is just gonna hang out with these squirrels for a little bit. I don't know. I mean, how close? I don't think we established how close our relationship is with Mr. Tibbets.
Give me an animal
handling check. Okay. Yes, first roll of the game.
Good for you.
For me, first of my rolls. That is a. Are we supposed to have proficiencies, by the way? Because that's a 15. I haven't assigned my proficiencies, so.
You shouldn't have too. You shouldn't have too many proficiencies.
Yeah, it's just, I don't have any. Okay, I don't. Do I have a background?
We should.
Anyway. We'll call it. That's a 15 with my non-proficiency. Yeah,
That's 15. That's pretty good. Yeah. So that's pretty high. So Mr. Tibbets, like you sort of like pick up like one of the pieces of fruit and like hold it up. Mr. Tibbets kind of like runs up and starts like he's doing that thing where he's like holding your hand as you're holding the food and sort of just like eating it out of your hand, and then like jumps up onto your shoulder with it.
Oh my god! I give him a little cuddle. I like nuzzle my face on him while he's eating. And Clary is starting to grow in the first like peach fuzz. We're going with Tolkien dwarves. They all have beards. Everyone. She's starting to grow her peach fuzz of her beard in. Yeah. And okay, Mr. Tibbets. Remember, earlier you bring spring, the earlier you get snacks. Okay, I'm gonna put you down.
He like chitters in your ear a little bit. You put him on the ground. He grabs like a scone, and then like kind of puts as much of it as he can in his mouth, and then runs into the woods.
All stuffed in the cheeks.
Yeah, it just fits like a whole scone, and then just runs into the woods.
I want to be Mr. Tibbets.
I want to be Mr. Tibbets. Yeah, and I think with that, mission accomplished. I think Clary is gonna head back, foraging for some like herbs and mushrooms and fruits, what have you,
Give me a nature
along the way. That's an at one.
Yeah, you're like looking. You're looking for
berries,
some
poison berries.
You're looking for some like berries or herbs or anything that you can kind of bring back to your parents.
To explain my disappearance into the woods.
You think you see some stuff occasionally, but you keep getting distracted because there's always something more interesting to look at.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're in the woods, you know, there are like little animal marks. There's like maybe a squirrel over there, or a mouse over there, or a bird up there. You see a deer at one point. So I think that you just it's one of those like you tell yourself like I'm gonna do this thing, and then you proceed to never do that.
Yeah. I think we're just gonna end up skipping out of the woods and
Yeah. So you make your way kind of into the town. Everything's getting set up for the festival today. So as you walk through, you see like a bunch of the people, like the staples of the town, if you will, the people that you're most familiar with, are beginning to set up their stands. You pass the library with its little like private temple out to the side of it, and you see Mehemen and Annabelle Jassan setting up their little like free books for the kids stand. You see their son Phelan is kind of like helping out, carrying stuff for them. Your aunts Balwin and Isafina are setting up the tavern. They're like opening the doors wide. You see they kind of wave at you as you pass by, as they're hanging up the like 50% off ale signs and things. And you see Willow and Oren Grayridge, who run like a little like kind of novelty shop in town. It's the place where like all of the kids can go. They have like some baked goods. There's like little bakeries. They have like some baked goods. Drinks for the kiddos, because the tavern in town is maybe not the place for kids to hang out.
Just maybe.
But they also sell like little toys and things that they collect when they go off on like buying expeditions to like the larger cities. And you see them and their 3 kids kind of running around and helping out. And you kind of make your way down through. You see there are some strangers in town. Some people who came in for the festival and are setting up like their little like craft things. Maybe they're gonna sell like things that they've made and come in. There are some people just like kind of from all over, not super far. There's like a little farm stand. You see some like farmers that are like off like in the outskirts of Embris Hallow over here, setting up their little farm stands. So they're selling like jam or stuff like that they made like maybe last year. They're now trying to clear out of their stores so that they have room for like the new harvest. And you make your way down to your parents' shop, your little parents' like medicinal shop where they sell their herbs and medicines and all of that. You see you see your dad's outside kind of like setting some stuff up. They've got like a little first aid tent outside just in case anything, like God forbid anything happens. And they're setting that up outside as you approach.
Hi, Mom and Dad.
Hi, Clary. And Tordic sort of turns around, your father. And it's like, hi, Clary. Where... he kind of points at you, looks behind him at the house, which is like kind of behind the door. When did you... Were you not in...
I went foraging.
You went for...
This morning.
I thought you were asleep.
I got up early.
Everyone's parents suck.
Real.
How early were you awake?
I don't know.
Checked in on you this morning.
I don't know. I didn't look at the clock.
You wouldn't happen to know what happened to that bag of baked goods your mother bought the other day?
Baked goods?
Yeah, there were some scones, some muffins.
No.
Give me a deception check.
Scroll's gone.
Oh shit. Oh god. That's 3.
You see your father sort of looks at you. You see he kind of gets down and like leans a little bit closer. He's like, so how is Mr. Tibbets?
No.
I take it back.
He's good.
Well, just keep that on the down low.
Okay.
And he presses like a kiss to your forehead and is like, if your mother asks, we don't know where it went.
Don't know where it went.
Okay. Well, while you're here, do you want to help me set some stuff up?
Okay.
All right. And he kind of like goes over, picks up like a crate or something. He's like, here, why don't you take these?
Clary, sort of in penance for sneaking some stuff from the kitchen, is eager to help out.
Yeah. He just gives you like a crate of like different jars of herbs to put out. He kind of like directs you like where to put them. And as he's doing that, you see like his beard. He's got like this big long beard that's like variously braided. And it's one of those like he's got like this big braid in the middle and then like a bunch of little sloppy braids off to the side. That like very clearly was like you remember this happened like last night. You were like hanging out. He was reading a story and you were like braiding his beard while he was reading. And like as you're helping out, your mother comes out. Bronwyn comes out. Her beard is like very, very just. It's just like there's no braids. It's just like chaos. As she goes out, and it's like, Clary, I thought you were inside. When did you get up?
I don't know. Early. I went foraging.
I swear I checked on you this morning.
I went foraging.
Did you find anything?
No. I got distracted.
Well, that's okay. We all get distracted sometimes. You don't know what happened to the bag of baked goods I had on the counter, do you?
No. Maybe Coriander took it.
As you say that, you hear, Mama. 2-year-old. This 2-year-old toddles outside. And Bronwyn's like,
I don't know.
maybe Corey took it. You're absolutely right. Okay. So sort of like picks Corey up and it's like picks Corey up and it has him on a hip and it's like, well, I just why don't here's a thought. Why doesn't Corey ask me before taking the bag? It would be completely fine. It's all right. The baked goods were there for everyone to have. So it would be just fine, but maybe Corey should ask next time.
Yeah, Corey, ask next time.
Your father in the background sort of like snorts a little bit. Maybe we should all do some asking. So it's as Torter just sort of like was trying. It's like, yeah, maybe we should all get in the habit of asking for things. You know, I asked for your help, isn't that right, Clary? You know, I always ask your mother for help when I need it. Corey's a little young to help, but we do ask Corey sometimes. You see Corey goes, ow! And like throws his arms in the air. He's
so cute.
He's like fully just like in a cloth diaper and like slightly too big for him. Like undershirts. It's got like the lacing across the front. And like these big long sleeves that are like way over his hands.
Adorable.
So cute.
They're like, yeah, okay.
It's so obvious what has happened.
Yeah, no one is fooled. Everyone knows you.
No one thinks it's the 2-year-old.
No one thinks it's Corey. But they're willing to let it slide.
That's nice of them.
Yeah. It's like, right, well, what do you plan on doing today?
I don't know.
Festival.
Maybe play with Andy.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna asking. I was going to ask you if you wanted to spend the day with Adrien. He's agreed to watch all of you, since you know that your mother and I are going to be very busy with, obviously with Corey and then the stand and making sure that anybody needs first aid or anything. So I was going to ask you, would you mind spending the day with Adrien?
Okay.
And Andy and the rest.
Yeah.
I think Henri is going to be there.
Okay.
And I believe that there might be some new people in town. So you know what you know what to do when you meet new people, right?
Ask what their name is.
That's right.
And shake their hand.
That's more for adults. If it's a kid, you could shake their hand if they're a kid. But we want to be nice. We want to be friendly. It's not always easy being a new kid. You know?
No. Yeah.
That's right. Well, all right. Did you have breakfast this morning, or
did she have breakfast this morning?
Give me an intelligence roll to see if you remember.
Yeah, to see if she remembers and to see if she would like.
She's like, ooh, breakfast. Mr. Tibbets would love this.
I don't know if it would have occurred to her to take breakfast from the sack.
Yeah, give it a roll. Let's see.
Sack.
Oh, yeah. That's an intelligence roll?
Yeah.
That's a 6. This isn't dice jail.
I mean, but none of the checks here are like super high. Y'all are kids.
Yeah.
But I think on a 6, like I think that you would have some idea whether you ate this morning.
I think that she probably. Yeah, I did.
Would you like some like juice or anything?
Yeah.
No? Okay.
Juice would be great.
And Tori sort of like goes into the house with you.
Okay.
And he's like, so we'll have some juice and then I can run you to Adrien's. And you can meet up with everybody, yeah? Sound like a plan?
Sounds like a plan.
Are you excited to see all of the stands and everything today?
Yeah, I saw Auntie Balwin and Auntie Safina and the book stand and Willow and Orin and all the toys. I'm excited.
And you know, I heard from Cuthbert that the City Watch is going to be setting up like a little arena for the kids, so you guys can like go and try some stuff out. Obviously, it's all wooden swords. Don't worry about it. It's all gonna be wooden. And there's supposed to be like some entertainment tonight at the end of the festival, so always look forward to that. Do you need any like money or anything? I know sometimes there's like some stuff. Do you look at food, toys, anything?
Yes, please, but I don't know how much.
Oh, that's alright. You see, he kind of like rifles through as he hands like his juice. He kind of goes over and goes through his money bag and pulls out like a couple, probably like a silver piece.
Ooh.
So it's not like a lot of money,
No, but that's for a kid. That's a good chunk of change.
yeah, like it'll be enough to like get you like some food, snacks, anything like that today. He kind of pulls out a silver piece and like hands it to you. He's like, remember, like hold on to this.
Thank you, Papa.
There
And
you go.
she'll just
He-
put it
he,
in her
like,
apron pocket.
He super ruffles your hair.
It's
just,
already
like,
a mess.
Full hand just on top of head, and then just moves hand around.
It's Frizz City.
Love it.
Yeah, Frizz City. And then like scoops you up, and like puts you on his shoulders. He's like, all right, now he's a dwarf. He's a big guy.
Now you're 5 feet
He's
tall.
so now I'm 5 feet tall. Oh my god. He's so sweet to her.
Yeah, and he's like, all right, so let's head on over to Adrien's. And don't forget if you see, Tolmar today, to tell him hi from me. Tolmar's your uncle who runs the
Yes.
blacksmith.
Yes.
So if you see Tolmar, like tell him to say hi.
Mm-hmm.
And shall we?
We shall.
He like scoops you. He like goes back outside with you. He like really ducks to get through the door frame with you on his shoulders. He like has to get like real low.
It's a dwarf-sized frame for now no longer a dwarf-sized person.
And then like stands up and he's like, Bronwyn, I'm gonna take Clary over to Adrien's and then I'll be back to like help set up. And she's got like Corey on one hip and is like finishing all of like the little details on the stand. She's like, of course, like see you soon. And he's like, right, off we go. And starts making his way towards Adrien's. Speaking of Adrien, so it's now pretty light outside. There's quite a bit of sun now, starting to like light the trees, like glint off the stuff being set up, the metal, the glass, off the armor of the city watch. And it comes through the window of a small room in a building out behind the massive church in town, falling right on the face of a sleeping boy. As he's there sleeping, the door just opens a little bit, very quietly and like that, like trying not to make noise. And presses open, and a man enters, a tall, like elven man, broad shoulders, very like regal looking. As he comes over and crouches down next to the bed, and kind of reaches out a hand. Andy. Hi, Andy. Your friend's gonna be here soon, so we should get up, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I like scrambled to get out of bed, and you see as like I scrambled to get out of bed, I'm Andwise, Willow-Watcher, but everybody calls me Andy. I'm 10 years old, and I'm half halfling, half elf. So I'm about 2.5 feet tall. I have like platinum blonde hair and big gold eyes that match my dad's. And I'm kind of currently I'm like rifling through my drawers to get out of my pajamas and like pulling out like a nice crisp white shirt and my like big oversized like almost like proto armor that I wear on like fancy occasions. And I'm like putting it on and I'm like, oh yeah, when soon?
You see he kind of like reaches into pocket, like pulls out a pocket watch. He's like, probably 10 minutes?
Okay, yeah. Getting bracers on.
Yeah. Your father stands up. He is about 6'4". He is a high elf, broad shoulders. He is wearing kind of like a leather, almost like a leather plate mail set. He's got like the big bracers. You can see like where he usually has like his massive halberd like behind his back. He's got like tight cropped like blonde hair, big pointed ears, and a face that's always set into like a vague, like, comforting smile. As he stands up and, like, you're 2.5 feet tall, he's like 6'4". So he does, like, stay about, like, crouched over, but then he can, like, put, like, a hand that is, like, huge compared to you, just sort of, like, on your shoulder. As he's like, right, you all ready to go?
Yeah.
Alright. He, like, kind of scoops you up, like, sort of, like, one hand, like, throws you kind of, like, up in the air, catches, like, puts you down, and is like, right, well, let's get ready.
Do you need help setting up?
You know, I could use some help. Yeah, why don't you help? Come on. And he kind of, like, takes you through. You see he's still really, like, duck through some of the doorways. And you come through and you see, like, seated at the stove, standing at the stove, which is a halfling-sized kitchen, is your mother, Isafina, who's like Isana.
Yeah.
Sorry, Isana, who's currently like cooking you up some breakfast. He's like, oh, Andy, how are you, my boy?
I'm great, Mom. I go up and I give her like a big hug. Good morning. Are you excited for the festival?
I am. She looks past you, like, up, and it's like, don't you love it before they get too old to give their old dear mother a hug? And you hear from the couch, hey! As you see, like, an almost identical, like, blonde boy, but his hair is a little bit longer, and he looks a couple of years older, about 12. You see your brother Ekiel is like, hey, I gave you a hug this morning. And she's like, well, I suppose that is true. But you did grumble about it. And you get kind of across his arms like, like, really, like, sinks into the couch.
I'm hearing that Henri is bad influence.
And she's like, would you like some breakfast, Andy?
Yeah.
What would you like? We have some scones. I can make you up something hot. Some oats. Some
Scones. Scones sound good.
Scones? Alright. Oh, there's butter on it.
Yeah.
Kind of, like, cuts the scone, and she's like, Adrien, have you eaten today? And he's like, yeah, I had some breakfast this morning. Andy here was gonna help me out set up in the back. And she's like, isn't that nice, Andy? Such a good boy. You're gonna take after your father. And you see your father, like, gives, like, this prideful smile at the idea that you're going to be, that he would be something that you would look up to. And he's like, that's right. So when you're done, Andy, like, you can meet me out back, and you can help me set everything up.
Yeah. I'll just, like, almost like Mr. Dibbits, just like scarf down the scone.
Just as fast as you can.
And then I'm gonna, like, run out back.
Yeah. So you go meet your father out back. Outside, you see there's a whole, like, part of this field. So this is out behind the church. Your father runs the church in town, the Church of Maricor. He's sort of the scholar and, like, local preacher of it. But you see, like, out behind the church is, like, this flattened sort of, like, field where, like, all of the grass has been kind of, like, pulled up to make just, like, a dirt ground. And you see there's, like, a table out back with, like, a whole bunch of, like, under, like, a little tent with a whole bunch of different weapons. Everything from swords to, from scimitars to short swords to rapiers. You see your father's, like, gold and silver and bronze and steel, halberd is, like, hanging up in its, like, place of honor. You see there's some, like, training swords, some dull blades, there's an archery set, it's, like, all kinds of stuff here. And you see that your father's actually kind of, like, out behind in a little outbuilding behind the church where he's gathering, like, some books, some scrolls, some tables. He's gonna go set up, like, his little booth of Maricor out front.
I'm going to go over to where he has, like, kind of stuff staged because he hasn't set up yet, and I'm going to, like, pick up a big stack of books and, like, try to carry it over, like, whatever stacks he has. I'm not gonna take books off the top. I'm gonna, like, try to lift the stack and take it over.
Give me a strength.
Okay. Oh, that's an 8.
On an 8, I think you like managed to get it, but it's definitely like it's like one of those things where like you're really struggling, and like you can feel like at first you're like, oh, this is okay, and like the longer you walk, you're like, oh, this is getting less and less okay. But you do manage to make it to the table that your father's setting up. You don't know if you could do that again. And he's like, Andy, like that's pretty awfully strong of you.
I wanted to help.
Well, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Do you want to do a really important job for me? Like a really important job. The most important job that I have here. Yeah?
Yeah.
You see, he reaches in and he pulls up like a couple of scrolls. As he like follows you back over, you see he like picks up like a couple of scrolls, not like a big stack of books. He's like, I want you to take these and go and set them up on that table. Alright? As carefully as you can. They're very precious to me. Right? Think you can do that?
Yeah.
Alright. He picks up, your father like picks up like 2 stacks of books. And like follows behind you.
I'll go to the table.
Yeah, the stack that you picked up was almost as tall as you.
Yeah.
You were 2.5 feet tall.
I'll go to the table and I'll like unroll them and I'll lay them out as carefully as I can. And while I do so, can I just like take a glance through them? He's made such a big deal about how important these are.
These give me like a brief history check.
That's a nat 1, but I'm a halfling, so I re-roll those. I'm gonna use a different die.
Ooh.
13.
Okay. You as you unroll these are actually very old scrolls. Your father was like not trying to placate you. Like these are very important. They are very old. These are like not quite original documents of the Church of Maricor, but these are things like your father has carried with him probably since he became a paladin of the church, and that he uses to like help teach. They're like his primary documents. They are very old. They are very precious. You know they do need to be handled pretty carefully. They are a scroll, not a book, so like the parchment can get very brittle. But they're basically just like going through like the tenets, the story of Maricor. You do see that there's one that particularly is titled like The Way of Light. And you know that like that's probably the church's like official doctrine on the coming of spring and the festival of light that's being celebrated today.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like so careful and so reverent handling these documents and make sure they're like all evenly spaced so it looks nice here on the table. I'm just gonna like take probably way longer than is necessary setting them out.
Yeah, your father, as you do this, your father like finishes carrying everything down and like crouches down next to you and just watches as you. Could not imagine doing a better job myself. Fantastic, Andy. You know, he just like ruffles your hair a little bit. And it's like, you know, your friends should be here soon. And you do know that we have a new friend in town, right?
Yeah. Yes. You said that you're going to be her tutor, and you said her name is Herbs. Yarrow. And you want me to be nice to her so she feels at home.
That's right, Andy. We always have to be nice to people. Always have to be friendly. Not that that's going to be a problem for you. Not like... And he sort of like jerks his head to the house a little bit, leading like closest. He's like... you know, he's like eek you a little bit.
He gives a little way. We've got like the nice duo. We've got the like
Yeah.
as he gives you
we've
like
got the sweet duo and the sour duo.
As he gives you like a little smile. As he's like, right. You excited for the festival today? Do you want to stay here and help me, or do you want to hang out with your friends? You can do either one.
Can I go with my friends?
Of course. That's why I asked you. There's no wrong answer, Andy. You can do whatever you can be whatever you want. Do whatever you want. You know that. Alright?
Yeah.
Alright. I think he stands up to his full, like, 6'4" self. As he's like, right, so they should be getting here soon. Yeah, is there anything else I need help with? Well, you know, the City Watch is setting up a little arena today. Did you want to partake? Could be fun. You know, we've been working. He kind of leans down and like knocks his like the back of his hand kind of against his shoulder. He's like, we've been working together. I'm sure you could show those other townsfolk what's what, you know?
Yeah. Sure.
All right. Why don't we go pick out a sword for you? Right?
Okay.
We'll pick out one of our training swords for you to use.
Yeah.
All right. He kind of like goes back over to like the big table of like weapons and things. There's like, a little thing that's like the table's like his height, and there's a table at like your height, with a bunch of like dulled and wooden weapons. It's like the same array. There's like rapiers, scimitars, short swords, long swords, broadswords.
Just on a shorter table.
It's just on a shorter table.
Are there any short swords actually like halfling size, or are they also the same height as Andy?
No. There are some like halfling size
Daggers.
stuff, like daggers and things, but a lot of them really are just like the same but dulled and on a shorter table.
I will.
Your father's like always like, you'll grow into it. You'll grow. Don't worry, but you'll grow into it.
Will he?
I mean, Vassalor, my oldest brother is like at the height of like a short human.
Yeah, your older brother's about like 5'5".
Yeah.
Which is kind of short for a guy. So yeah, like you could be like at least reasonably. You're not gonna be 2.5 feet forever.
I'm gonna go to the table and I'm gonna pick out if there's like a wooden sword that I can use dexterity instead of strength for, like a dulled rapier.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah, there's like a dulled rapier because it's hard to make like a wooden rapier because it's so thin. But there's like a little. This is actually your kind of preferred weapon. That your dad knows that it's like this like dull. It's got like a little cap on the end because it's more for like stabbing. So it's like a rounded end, and then there's also like a cap on it. But it's like this little. It's kind of nice. It's this little like steel rapier with a nice little like painted hilt with like the hand guard. Your father and you kind of like painted it together, so it's got like some nice like gold accents to it, to kind of match your father's like accented halberd. And yeah, you can absolutely pick that up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take that and I'm gonna like strap it on to whatever belt.
Yeah, your father fully gets onto his knees and like helps like tighten the straps. As he's like, there you go. And he kind of reaches out and is like, there's my little soldier.
Me.
And then like fully stands up and it's like, right, should we go wait for your friends?
Yeah.
All right, come on. And he kind of like walks towards the front of the church with you. By this point, the sun is like pretty fully risen. We're like getting there. There's really not a lot of like still like night shadows falling around. And off, not too far from the church, but sort of offset from the rest of the village, just a little bit a ways away, is a house. A little rundown, not as put together as some of the other ones. Not because it's a bad house, but mostly just looks like whoever's living there hasn't had the opportunity to make it theirs. Yeah, there are no decorations out front, no flowers in the garden or on a windowsill. Nothing particularly special about it. And inside, it's a little dark inside compared to outside. There's some boxes stacked up along the walls. There's like a bare table with like some chairs set with like some like boxes and various like articles and clothing and things on it. And seated on a chair is a young child. Standing behind her is a very tall, about like 5'10", elven woman with like this sort of greenish blue hue to her skin compared to Adrien. Long wavy hair is like pulled severely back into a braid as she's braiding this young girl's hair. And Wren, if you'd like to describe your character.
Yes, my name is Yarrow. I'm a half-elf. I have the same sort of algae green eyes as my mother. I have golden brown hair. I take after my father a bit more. And my mother is braiding it very tightly, and it hurts a bit, but that's okay, because that's how you know that the braid is going to stay in all day, even if you mess it up. And my festival clothes are a bit different than normal. I usually, I'm a bit more adventure ready, usually, because my parents are adventurers, so of course I've got to be adventure ready, but since it's a festival, my shirt's a bit more poofy, it's a bit more frilly. I've got some freckles, but they're a bit lighter. Then I haven't been in the sun much. Yes, I think I'm sitting very as properly as I can in my chair and trying not to wince whenever she pulls a bit hard.
Yeah. Your mother is braiding your hair, and does pull just like a little, like pulls kind of tightly. Yarrow, sit still, will you?
Sorry, Mother. When is, sorry, may I ask a question?
Of course.
When is the staff moving in?
Give me an insight check. You can't see your mother, so if you would like to roll with disadvantage, you can.
I would love to always roll with disadvantage. With disadvantage, that's a 1 and a 2.
Wow.
We are on fire!
Wow.
And you know what?
Shit to the
I think that it's fitting.
Yeah, your mother takes a really long time to respond.
She's probably just not sure what the answer is. It's okay if you don't know. I can ask Father later.
That won't really be necessary. The staff is not moving in. Not for a while, perhaps, at all.
Do we at least have a cook?
No, the staff is not moving in.
I didn't know. I wasn't aware that you knew how to cook. Because you have so many people usually waiting on you that you haven't needed to in so long. Or is Father cooking? I mean, sorry, I'll stay still.
Henri would have said that to be mean. Yarrow just said it and didn't mean that.
I can cook, your father can as well. We are adventurers, we don't always have staff.
Right, you're right. Yeah, of course, there's been so many lessons about how we need to be able to rely on ourselves. Yes.
Wonderful. Ties the reed, and is like, you're all done.
Thank you.
As you hop out of the chair, the
I sort of like
collective
brush
gasp-
myself down.
Sorry guys, the collective gasp got me. Just
What do
like,
you mean? This is normal.
that broke me.
Yarrow's getting adopted.
I don't like
Not by my parents.
Yarrow's getting
and as
adopted.
The shift between Clary's parents and my parents and Yarrow's parents.
I love it.
yeah, so you hop off and turn. Your mother is,
I make sure my
Yeah.
my shirt is pristinely straight.
Yeah, you like straighten it. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Oh boy. Yes, with my wonderful dexterity. Okay. With sleight of hand, that is a 15.
Yeah, you pull it out, get it like all straight. You do. Would you look to your mother in this moment?
Of course.
As you
Instantly.
look straighten out, immediately turn and look. You see your mother like run her eyes very severely. You said like these algae green eyes, a very severe face. Your mother is not buff, but is very intense and gives that eye. Like back is ramrod straight. As she like watches you, her clothes are pristine. Her eyes like run up and down. She gives just like the faintest of like nods, and turns as the back door opens and your father walks in. Caspian, your father, is about 6'2". Is his like shoulders and like he's got like this shirt on. He's got this pristine shirt. He has his like archery gear over it. You can see like the muscles in his back and shoulders and arms. As so he's got like a very like
Dorito.
He's got like the back and shoulders are like so buff from like being the archer. And then it like tapers down to like narrow hips, strong legs. Very like military hair, very like, close shaved. As he comes in and is like, "We all ready?"
Of course, Father.
He also eyes you up and down, reaches over and straightens your shirt. Now we're ready.
Of course.
Now, Yarrow, you remember today, correct?
Yes, it is the festival of the Church of Miracle.
Give me an insight check on your parents.
Okay, I rolled pretty well after the first one. Insight? Oh, I have proficiency, so it's a 15.
On a 15, you see not annoyance or disappointment, but you do see something familiar sort of flash across your father's face, and you know that you got something wrong.
And you said that it would be very different than when we were in Greybold, and that I would be with Adrien today, and that I should be very good to represent our family.
Yes, you'll be with Adrien today. It is the Festival of Light,
Yes.
which is related to the Church of Miracle, but it is not a festival of the Church of Miracle.
Right. It is also to signal spring, and it can be a nature ceremony as well.
Very good. Your tutors were doing very well with you.
Yes.
And he's like, and it's correct. You will be with Adrien today. We'll take you down as soon as we're all done here. Just behave well, represent our family. You know that things will be different here.
Yes.
Things are always different, but here in particular, you know your mother and I have particular reputations around this continent,
Of course.
and we would like to maintain that, right? So remember your lessons, remember what we have talked about, and try to uphold that.
Of course.
Wonderful. He said that your parents have not smiled once in this entire exchange.
You said that there would be more stands and merchants here. Will I require any money to purchase? To show
Right.
that we are supportive of the businesses in town.
Of course. He kind of goes over to like his money bag, rifles through.
20 gold?
So you see he pulls. You see there's like a little pouch next to like a big pouch, and it's like and he's like, right. So here is some money. Don't, as you like take, you see he like is holding on to it as your hand has. He's like, don't lose it.
Of course. I would never. I promise.
And he releases the bag into your hand.
I very carefully, I tie it very neatly to my belt to make sure it is in the front, and it will always jingle and catch my attention if anything happens to it.
Your father does lean down and retie it.
Thank you,
What
Father.
a jerk.
Your parents suck.
They straight up suck.
I mean,
They suck more than mine.
and he's
No,
like,
they're wonderful. They're very important.
yeah. Your father does retie it and is like, okay. There are other children here. Sorry, the look of horror. The look of aghast horror. There are other children here.
Oh.
Behave and remember to keep our family in mind when you interact with them. Remember, we just to him and your mother, have a certain reputation, which by extension means you have a certain reputation. So remember that,
I
right?
always do.
We don't want another incident, correct?
Of course not, Father.
Very well. Cypress, do you want to walk Yarrow down or should I? And Rose like, I'll do it. Don't worry, Caspian. Come, Yarrow.
Of course, Yarrow tries to find a time when both of her parents aren't looking and wipes like the sweat on her palms off on her
Give me a sleight of hand check.
on her pants. Sleight of hand. Unnatural 1. 2 minus 1. So yeah.
Your father chooses to say nothing. Your mother sees and goes, "There's no need to be nervous, Yarrow." And like,
Of course, I was just straightening my clothes.
give me just a second.
Oh my god.
What's my deception? Not good, I think. Oh god. That's an 8?
That's going in jail.
It's roll high.
Okay. Your mother.
It's one more bad roll, it's in jail.
Your mother absolutely clocks that you were lying, but chooses to ignore it. And it's just like, shall we?
Of course.
And like gestures for you to go out the door. You step out. This is the first time that you've really like you guys have come in like a couple of days ago. You guys moved here, and I think that you've probably just been like in the house mostly, helping set up like your bedroom, maybe helping your parents out. It's like the first time that you've like really been outside, and you see like the cobblestone streets. You see there are stands, people. You see there are people talking to each other, shouting across the way. As you guys walk, you see there's like this big tavern with like the doors flung wide open. You see like across the street and a few things down, there's like sort of like an open blacksmith, and you see there are two people like yelling at each other, like fully shouting, like from the tavern to the blacksmith, as they're like, as somebody's like. As you see a man with a long beard that's like tied up and has like a little apron tied around it to keep it from catching fire.
Incredible.
Is like, Balin! How's the tavern? You see like somebody yelling, "It's fine! We're having drinks later. Would you like to come?" Like fully just like just having a conversation, shouting like at least 40 like yards
That
to
is
each other.
Clary's extended family.
Yeah. I think Yarrow's hand twitches like she wants to sort of grab her mom for comfort, and she drops it.
Yep, and you see there's like a little stand. You see like these two like older people, maybe about your parents' age, that are like doing things. And you see there are like 3 like kids of varying ages. The youngest one is probably a few years younger than you. One of them might be like around your age, like chasing each other around. There's like a little puppy that's like running around with them. Yarrow?
Yes.
Still. As your brother like puts a hand, as if you start like bouncing a little bit, as your brother's hand just like claps onto your shoulder. And you remember like still. As you do notice as like you walk through, you do notice like people, like yes, there's still like hustle and bustle and people talking, but you do notice that there are people that do that thing where like they see and like they look away and they look back and like they pass and you hear like some people go, is that, and you catch just like little bits of like, is that, there's no, I forgot that they were moving in. I've never seen anyone. I've never. And there's like whispers that sort of like follow as you walk down.
That is the most familiar part of the day, and I think Yarrow holds on to that a bit.
Okay. Just like holding on to like something familiar. And you walk up to the doors of like this magnificent church, like big stained glass. There's like a big sun with like the sunbeams coming out in the stained glass. And as you approach like around the corner, you see like a very tall elven man, close cropped, but like still not as close cropped as your father's hair. It's more like short on the sides, but like kind of long and floppy on top, like big ears. He's got like big, like again, like that sort of like leather plate mail, so it's not a heavy like plate mail, but it's styled to look like that a little bit. But movable, as he kind of like turns around, followed by a very short, younger boy about your age. As he comes around, looks up and he's like, Cypress! And your mother like gives him like a curtain on. Is like, Adrien, pleasure to meet you finally. He's like, right, and you see he like grasps her hand. She like holds her hand like very like daintily, in a very like dainty but also like firm way. And you see this man just like grabs it.
Incredible.
And just like gives it like a hearty shake.
God, I love it.
And before like turning his like brilliant gold eyes on to you. He's like, and you must be Yarrow.
Yes, I'm Yarrow Arch. It is so lovely to meet you.
And I'm not in a dress, so I don't curtsy. I do a little bow, and then I go back in place.
And he crouches down because how tall is Yarrow?
Probably a bit shorter than Henri, so I'd say more around like the just over 4 feet.
Okay.
Pretty scrawny.
Yeah. So Adrien looks at you, takes one knee in front of you, and holds out a hand and is like, I'm Adrien Willow-Watcher. It's a pleasure to meet you.
A pleasure to meet you as well.
And this, claps his hand on the back of the young boy next to him, is my son Andy.
Hi! I'm Andy. It's nice to meet you.
Before I say anything, I look at my mom.
Your mom like gives a nod.
It's so nice to meet you too.
I look back up to make sure I did it right.
Your mom also knows. Give me an insight check again.
Me?
You can roll it with disadvantage.
Happily.
Because you were doing this on Adrien.
Okay. On Adrien? No. That would be, I'm proficient, so a 6. It was a different dice this time. The other one was worse.
Yeah.
Barely better.
Yeah, so you greet Andy, you look at your mom, greet Andy, look back at your mom, look at Adrien, who's he's still smiling, but everything about other than that about his face is completely unreadable in this moment.
Can I also do an insight check on Adrien seeing this insane interaction?
Yeah, you like look at your dad like, oh,
like, what's
what was
happening?
that?
Yeah.
Like what?
Nat 20!
Yes!
Nat 20 on
First of the
Adrien.
game! On your dad!
Were you didn't
what
pop
I
a
what I will
Willow-Watcher?
say,
Hell yeah.
even on a nat 20, there is something slightly unreadable about your father because he is trying. You're a kid, and kids are not always great about reading their parents.
It is
And-
actually a 23, by the way.
And parents are good at keeping things from their children. So there is something that is still slightly unreadable about your father's expression. But partially because of that, and partially because you're not sure you've ever seen an expression like this on your dad's face before. But you see that he saw that interaction, and the closest, again, you've never seen this expression on your dad before, but you're like, the closest thing is that he's unhappy for some reason.
Do you, and I'm gonna like keep an eye on Adrien, and see if this makes him happier. Do you wanna come play? There are gonna be more people here soon, but we can go out back.
I give another glance.
Yes, that sounds lovely.
Right, yeah, that's a great idea, Andy. And you do see your father like kind of curse. He said, "That's a great idea, Andy. Why don't you take Yarrow? You can show her the training ground. You can show her some of the cool stuff that we have back there. And I'll just talk with Cypress for a minute here about exactly what's going on. Because I will be tutoring you, Yarrow. In everything. So I teach. I run kind of a little school here for a lot of the kids, including Andy and my other children.
I'll have classmates?
Of course.
How old are you?
12. How old are you?
I'm 10, but you'll be in class with my brother Ekil and his best friend Henri.
Well, we do sort of classes. They're all kind of like everyone at once. I just sort of like do different things with each group. But yeah, there are a couple of kids your age that you'll be working with. So you'll meet some of them here today, actually. So yeah, Andy, why don't you take Yarrow back? You can help get her familiar with the training grounds and like where we do some of the teaching. All right.
I think I turn to give my mom a wave, and then I turn the wave into like another bow, because I was like still, and then I follow Andy.
Your mother, upon seeing that, does close her eyes for like just a really extended blink. Is like, and then opens them again. And you guys like run around back while Adrien stays to just like discuss like the tutoring and various things and like actually properly meet Cypress for the first time. As you guys like run around back, Andy, you just start showing.
Yeah, I immediately like take her over to where all of the like swords are. So, the part of what my dad does is he trains weapons, and I like draw my sword. If you would be interested, yes. That's really threatening. And then I sheath it, and then I'm like, and also a little small for you, but these ones, and I take her over to the one that's like a person height, not the like little tiny height one, and I'm like, the guard is doing an arena today, that I'm gonna go in, I guess. And if you wanted you can borrow one of these because you don't have a sword.
Yes, not with me. I've trained in sword fighting. I would have to ask my parents if I could join, but that sounds fun.
Okay, yeah. We can? Is there like a? I don't know. Is there like a less violent play activity that's like set up here as well?
You're just showing them. You're showing Yarrow around.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
As you guys were doing that, Henri, do you / have you escaped your father?
Yeah, I go like skidding around the corner of the church. Ekiel! Where's Ekiel?
He's inside.
You come barreling around yelling Ekiel. The back door of the house flies open, and this floppy-haired blonde halfling boy sprints out and fully tackles you to the ground.
So
Well,
that's
he's
my
fully-
brother,
No.
and that's his best friend Henri.
Are they always so violent?
Yeah.
I have your pants.
Yes! Fantastic. Okay. You have the pants. Okay.
If I can borrow a
Where's your
shirt.
dad? Your parents, your mom? Who brought you here?
My dad, but I kind of lost him like 3 blocks ago. So
Fantastic.
he will know I'm
Did you
here
do
for
what I practice? Did you do what I told you?
Yes.
Cool. Remember, always stay low to the ground and hide.
Exactly.
Stay low. Roll when you can. All right.
So I brought the pants.
I have
If
a
I could
shirt.
borrow. Great.
I have a shirt. I also have some boots you can have.
That would be
I may have
fantastic.
sold
These
them
shoes
for
hurt
Vassalor, so it's like
so
whatever.
much.
Cool. There's also an arena
You
today,
stole
by the way.
Vassalor's shoes.
Come on, Andy. They're just like a spare pair.
He's
Yeah,
not
come
even-
on, Andy.
Yeah, Andy.
Andy.
Don't be such a narc, Andy. What's Vassalor gonna do with them? He's not even here.
Okay.
I mean, do you want like a pair of shoes? I'm sure we could steal another pair. It's not stealing, it's borrowing.
I like stick out my leg. I'm like, I have shoes.
Yeah, well, Henri doesn't have. I mean, Henri has shoes.
Henri shoes.
Yeah, but these shoes are like super uncomfortable,
Henry-
and I cannot fight in them.
Henri doesn't have shoes like we have, so
Okay.
Henri has to have shoes. So yeah, I borrowed a pair. Vassalor's not even here, Andy. What's he gonna do with them?
Okay.
He's not gonna find out about it. And if he does, what's he gonna do?
I'm-
Dad said I could borrow them.
Oh, you asked? Oh, okay. I thought you just took them.
Yeah, obviously I asked.
Can I make an insight check to see?
Oh, you're on
yeah.
fire.
That's a 19
fire.
plus 3.
He absolutely
Andy the
did
Wise.
not.
Oh, and Wise. It's your name for a reason.
Wise.
Absolutely did not.
Andy is going to like realize that Egiel is totally lying, decide he doesn't want to get dogpiled again, and just be like, okay, well, if you asked.
All right, come on, Henri. You can get changed in my room.
Great.
He grabs you by the wrist and like drags you back inside. All of this has happened in the span of like a minute.
It's nice to meet you.
They're already inside.
Oh my god.
Just about then, you do see Clary come around the corner where your father like dropped you off. He's like standing talking with Cuthbert, who's now arrived, Cypress
Cuthbert.
and Edrin.
His daughter is gone.
Yeah, the conversation with the parents right now is like Cuthbert came around and Edrin was like, Cuthbert, like where's thought Henri was supposed to be with you, and Cuthbert was like, she it was. Edrin was like,
What's for the year?
I see. And,
Nobody heard the Egiel.
yeah, and then Tornik came up and like dropped Clary off the shoulders and was like, "Hey, Adrien, Cuthbert, right." Introduced himself to like a Cypress.
Oh my god. Probably the most nonchalant greeting Cypress has gotten in the last 10 years.
Far more than that.
Yeah, as Tornik like dropped there, I mean, you approach, you see Cuthbert and Adrien and like this like elven woman that you've never seen before, that Henri missed by sprinting around the other side of the building, and like Tornik like takes you off and puts you down and is like, "Hi, Tornik," and Cypress is like, and like,
Wow.
like Cypress Arch. And he's like, "Right, this is my kid, Clary."
Hi. No name recognition. I love it.
I'm Clary Sage Truehammer.
Sort of like nods at you, but does not take your hand. Why don't you? And Edward's like, "Why don't you run around back? The kids are all back there, Clary."
Okay, bye.
Just
Just
it's
runs.
gone.
gone.
Yeah, so you can,
I
like,
make a beeline for Andy.
yeah,
As
you
soon as
like
I
come
see-
skipping around.
As soon as I see Clary come out, I'm like, Clary, hi, and I'm gonna run up and like
I'm running at you. We're running at each other.
at each other, and I'm
Give
gonna
me. Are you guys actually running at each other?
Well, so my intention is to give Andy a big hug and probably pick him up because he's so
give
little.
me dex saves.
both of us.
Both of you.
Oh,
Oh no.
Oh, that's a
9.
nat one, but I rerolled those because I'm lucky.
9.
16.
In a startling turn of events, the both of you run at each other, like you both go to hug at the same time, hit each other, and Clary's the one that falls over, and Andy's and his like 2.5 foot glory sort of like stumbles, but manages to like keep his footing as like you guys wham into each other and your feet kind of like come out from under you. As you don't avoid running directly
Oops.
into each other.
Oops.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm gonna like grab your hand to help you up. And I'm like, sorry about that, and then I'm gonna give you a hug.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
that
big
kid
hug.
hug of just like arms all the way around.
Clary, this is our new friend Yarrow.
Hi, I'm Clary Sage Truehammer. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Yarrow Arch.
Yarrow. Staunches bleeding, reduces fever, aids digestion. A good herb. Will you be my friend?
Of course.
I think the hand just bagels and she.
I
Fully bursts.
When-
Pastures is bursting into tears.
And
Yarrow
frankly,
doesn't-
I think Clary's just gonna go in for a
I'll-
hug or handshake or.
If you hug Yarrow,
It's
she
probably
fully
just an awkward.
like,
What are we doing? Moment. Okay, let's go play.
Yeah, I think you guys like there's like stuff to do.
Yeah, there's. Yeah.
About 5 minutes later, Henri and Ekiel come back out. Henri is fully changed into
Yep.
Ekiel's clothing.
I'm wearing Ekiel's pants, I'm wearing Ekiel's shirt, I'm wearing Vassler's boots,
They're
which
like
are
old boots. They
well,
fit pretty well.
They fit pretty well, but I'm wearing like his old boots. No one knows where the dress went. No
It's
one knows where the
somewhere
dress
in
went.
Ekiel's
Ekiel is
room.
wearing the dress.
It's somewhere in Ekiel's room.
It's somewhere in Ekiel's room. It's whatever.
And you guys come back out. And Ekiel, for the first time, like really registers that you're here and is like, oh, you must be Yarrow, the new kid, right?
Yes, Yarrow
You're
Arch.
the daughter of Cypress and
Caspian.
Caspian.
Yarrow's my friend.
Yes, I am Yarrow Arch. I am the child of Cypress and Caspian Arch.
Ekiel's gonna look at Henri. Just like there's a new kid who famous parents, adventuring parents. And those are like what his eyes are telling you.
Yarrow's our friend.
Yes,
I'm always down to having new friends.
Me too.
that's so exciting.
So have you ever like been in a sword fight before?
I've been trained in sword fighting, so I've fought my friend Alec.
Have you ever been trained or like have you ever committed espionage? See, because here's the thing. Ekiel's dad makes the best cookies, but they're always like hidden away. They're for special occasions only.
Like,
But they're the
festival?
best. Isn't that right, Ekiel?
Uh-huh.
Can I make some kind of check to see, like, if that's true?
Are we about to have the second
it's-
pastry heist of the
Yeah, it's
day?
true. Your dad bakes. He bakes in a halfling kitchen, but he does bake.
The best cookies. The best cookies. So here's the thing.
And your dad does hide them. He doesn't like they're not kept just for secret occasions, but he hides them for
Why?
specifically this.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
So Iki and I were thinking, because if you're going to be a part of this friend group, you have to try these cookies. Okay?
They are
right?
very good.
They're so good.
we can ask my dad.
So
Yeah.
here's what we're in. So
No, we're not asking Dad for anything. we're gonna steal the cookies.
So here's what's gonna happen.
Well, my dad says you should always ask.
Okay, well,
I mean,
we're never gonna be good adventurers if we don't
isn't that right,
buy stuff.
Andy?
And Yarrow, your families are adventurers, right? Have they ever asked for anything? They just always
Yes,
take
quite
it,
frequently
right?
from my Uncle Janice.
Can I make a
I don't
wisdom
know what that
saving
means.
throw?
You absolutely can. I don't know what that
Yes, they are.
Henry literally goes,
Hang on.
I don't.
What was your wisdom save for the? Isn't that right?
That's a
Andy?
3.
On a 3, Andy. So you know that your father likes like putting like little training things everywhere, and you know that your dad does actually. He does bake. He makes really good cookies, and he does hide them places because he likes to see ingenuity. He likes to see his kids get inventive, and he does want you to be an adventurer.
So when Ekil looks at me and is like, how else are we going to be good adventurers, right, Andy? I am really mad that he made fun of me in front of my new friend, and I'm gonna turn around and look him dead in the face, and I'm going to go, yeah, I'm gonna be a great adventurer.
Well, my Uncle Janice really does help us out quite a bit.
Okay,
Yeah,
well-
it's how my parents got their very fancy weapons.
Okay, well, we're
If
gonna go
anybody
steal some
wants to make an
cookies.
insight check on Ekil in that moment, can.
I think I will do that.
Disadvantage.
And I was like
I
watching
will.
people look at you.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
On a nat
No.
20, that hits
5.
something in Ekil. That comment of like,
Wait.
I'm gonna be a great adventurer.
Can I roll with advantage because I'm Ekil's
Yeah.
best friend?
Hit
Nice.
Do I
a
even
nerve.
need
Because
to
I had
roll?
shit.
You don't even
No.
have to roll. Hit a nerve in
I got a
Ekil
5. I don't know who this
that
man is.
you see like genuinely
I got like a
made him.
freaking 5.
Same.
I like cannot roll. I got like a freaking 5.
Oh my god.
Nice
but
jail.
I was paying too much attention to you.
Yeah, but in that moment, Ekil like genuinely was not necessarily mad at Andy, was just mad.
Andy immediately feels so badly
Yeah,
for
they're
saying
just gonna
that.
file this away for later.
Yeah.
We're gonna steal the cookies.
Yeah, as you say that, Adrien comes around the corner,
Yarrow looks so concerned.
and he's like, "Right, so,
Henry is
you've
so sad.
right, so you've all met Yarrow here, I see.
She's my
Um,
friend.
Right.
She seems cool.
So the festival doesn't start for another like hour or 2. So what's the plan? You gonna do that cookie heist or what? And that is the end of our first episode. The Hallow Dark, Act 1, Years of Light. Let's go, guys.
Yay.
You could do the cookie.
Oh my
Oh my
god.